Now, welcome to another edition of News from Naboo with Thor's Lightning Takes. And let's get right to the news.
All right, I kind of have a funnier article. At least I kind of consider it funny in a way. Disney is already submitting considerations for the Emmys. I know the
How is
Emmys.
that funny?
Okay,
This
no,
is
no,
serious business.
no, because it's like Disney. They always submit obviously their stuff for Emmys. Most of the big companies do, right? Because you
Sure.
want those awards, you want the
The
prestige.
prestige, yes.
Yes, so they kind of approached it in a funny way. Now that Andor has completely come out, they kind of were like, "Hey, here's your for your consideration. Just Andor, boom, all of it.
Well, yeah.
Consider
Well,
it."
there it is. Like, you just put it on a pedestal and go, ta-da, right? That's how I present it if I were Disney.
It's submitting the show for consideration for an actual to be on the ballot for one of the four,
Sure.
five, whatever nominees in 23 categories.
Only 23? There must only be
that's
23.
23 that they qualify for. They're actually going for the Outstanding Drama Series. It was nominated in 2023 for season 1, but it lost to Succession.
Terrible mistake.
I know. So now they're aiming for it again. But it's another strong race.
No.
They picked a bad year.
No, they
Severance might be the forerunner.
I don't. It's not as good. Severance is
I
not as good.
actually don't think it was as good as
I don't
the
think so.
season of
Season
Andor.
2 of Severance was fine, but it wasn't as good as season 1.
Well, I think I like season 1 better.
Yeah.
If you haven't seen Severance, it's on
It's
Apple.
a great show. Yeah.
And it's really cool. It's about
It's a-
doing weird
yeah.
stuff to your
It's a
brain so that like when
surreal
you go to
type of,
work, you don't ever remember going to work. All you remember is walking in and walking back out of the building, and you have like a split personality that is always at work. And it's kind of interesting. It's dividing that work home
remember-
life, and it was really weird.
I remember you were the one who told me about the show, and I was like, is it a comedy? Like, you go to work and, like, you don't know that you have coworker. It's not.
It's not.
Sorry.
It's very good. Season 1 was
It's good. Season 1
very
was
good.
better than
Season
Season
2 was not quite as good in my opinion, but I
It's one of
understand why
those-
it's nominated.
Season 2 reminds me of one of those times where you have a really cool idea, and you're like, I don't exactly know where to go with it next.
Right.
Not that it was bad. I'm not saying it's bad. I'm
And,
just saying I think
yeah,
you got a
the
little
cliffhanger
off.
at the end was kind of like,
Yeah. Anyway,
I don't know how I felt about it. Okay. But even if Andor doesn't claim that top
it better.
prize, it has excellent chances in some of the other categories
Best
it was
actress?
nominated.
In a drama.
It's going for like Outstanding Drama Series. Director for a Drama Series, they submitted episode 208, Who Are You?
Okay.
Okay, yeah,
Good
the end
choice.
of the
Good
second,
choice.
the third block. Writing for a drama series, episode 209, Welcome to the Rebellion, Dan Gilroy.
Good choice.
Lead actor in a drama, they're going for, of course, Diego Luna. They're putting him in there.
Okay.
Supporting for a drama series, they're putting forward Stellan Skarsgård as well as Kyle Soler.
Okay.
Yeah, Luthen and Cyril both getting nominated there. Supporting actress, Genevieve O'Reilly, Denise Goff, Adriana Arjona, I should say all the actors. Why am I even...
Just say the characters. No.
Yeah,
Just
Mon
give it-
Mothma, Dedra Mero, Vix
So you-
Kaline, Vel Sartha, and Clea Markey.
I was kind of kidding, but fair enough.
Well, I have trouble with Vel's name. I know Elizabeth Delau, Clea, but her name is Faye Marseille, I believe.
Okay.
I feel bad if I
I
pronounce
feel
them
like
wrong.
as fantastic as all of them did,
They could
they
could be the entire category. Could just be Andor.
that. I mean, it should be, but there can be only one, and it's Genevieve O'Reilly. I'm
It-
sorry. I'm
I
sorry to all the
know.
other ones.
I know.
I'm sorry.
But they were all so good.
Yeah.
All of them had their moments of really shining
yeah.
throughout. Guest actor in a drama, Ben Mendelsohn, going after Orson
Okay,
Krennic,
yeah.
as well as Forrest Whitaker's Saw Gerrera and Benjamin Bratt's
right
Bail
here, give me the
Organa.
damn award.
So Krennic, Saw, and Bale, they nominated in
Okay.
that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Best guest actress, Varda Sethu, who played Cinta.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was kind of like a guest actress in this one. Yeah,
She
she was
was.
barely in there.
Character voice over
Oh,
character
Alan
voice.
Tudyk?
Yeah,
Okay.
yep. Alan Tudyk. They're also going for like casting for a drama, cinematography for a series, 1 hour category, fantasy, sci-fi costumes, makeup, hairstyling, production design, music composition for a series.
Just give them all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know why
the
we're
score, music lyrics, picture editing, sound
even...
mixing, special visual effects, stunt coordination, and stunt performing.
I feel like if they don't get a good chunk of those, it's BS.
But it's sad because they actually haven't been pulling well in the Emmys over the past years.
Because no one takes Star Wars seriously.
Mandalorian is their only live action. Well, it has the most trophies. They won 15 across its 3 seasons.
Okay.
Mostly technical categories, though. This year, the Emmy nominees are going to be announced on July 15th. That's when we'll know who they're actually going for.
You mean Pedro didn't win Best Actor for saying, "This is the way"?
This is the way. So by July 15th, we'll know how many of these categories Andor is actually going to be appearing on the official nominee ballot for. And then on the 14th of September, we'll find out if they won any or how many they won. And I wish them the best.
Well, I do too. I mean, I generally don't really pay too much attention to awards, but for this, I'm interested because this show is it's that good. It deserves.
I like to see them receive the accolades for the hard work that was put in. I mean, this show is rave-worthy.
Yeah.
There are so many moments, and so many of the actors in it have just some standout moments, whether it's Genevieve O'Reilly delivering her speech to the Senate, or even Vel giving a hardened speech about after just losing her loved one, the love of her life, for all we know.
Well, it was, yeah.
Yeah. There are so many standout moments. Krennic's speeches, he had multiple speeches
Krennic with
too.
the tapping on the head.
Saw Gerrera's speech.
Yeah.
There are just so many moments, and I really would love to see the show get some more of those accolades. I think it deserves.
I just wanted to get the attention because maybe that'll even get more people to go say, "How is this show? Star Wars, really? This show is so good?"
Oh, the show just beat Severance?
Yeah, or whoever else they want to throw up there. Come on.
Beat them all.
Well,
Take
exactly.
it.
Knock
Win.
them all down.
No, but you're right. It will definitely bring some more attention to the show and maybe give Disney some pause to go, is this the kind of show? Should we maybe try another project similar to this?
Yes.
It does not all have to be
Nope.
Andor, but maybe trying one out now and again might be a good way to go.
Do an Old Republic show in the same vein as Andor, and oh my goodness. That's all I can say.
Really good.
Oh my goodness.
I would find a show interesting is, and this you might not like my pitch here. What if they did a show, a young Sheev Palpatine, growing up, finding his when he's eventually corrupted by the Sith, that he still has to find his way to make a life forward in politics, while at the same time disguising who he is, training to be a Sith, with a Sith Lord, a Sith Master over him, while still lobbying for a planet on Naboo, moving, it's kind of be an interesting political thriller, I think.
Tell me you never read the Darth Plagueis novel without telling me.
Well, yeah, but they haven't made it into a show that's canon.
I know. No, it's a cool idea. I would love the idea.
It's an interesting balance. Yes. And then at the end, of course, we see how we have to see him betray his master and take over the role while still juggling this innocent life, while he's still, starting the, a prequel to Episode 1 where he's starting to take over the trading groups and starting to build the Separatists.
No,
I just think it could be really cool.
No, I think that's a fantastic idea.
I think written in the vein of something like that Tony Gilroy did for Andor could be a really fun project.
Yeah, no, I'm cool with this, some Plagueis specs, or Palpatine, I guess, because, again, they kind of are intertwined.
Absolutely. And another thing I kind of want to talk about today is there were some fun Reddit forums and posts. People have been questioning how long the Death Star was fully operational. Because when you see it in New Hope, you're like, this thing was a secret. This thing was, how long has this been around? And, destroys a planet. And you don't think about how long has the Empire had this thing?
No, you don't.
Now we kind of have a very definitive answers.
It's a couple days.
It's literally, it's got to be days.
Yeah.
Because we saw it being built in Season 1. In Season 2, we see that they are still working on it, which means it's been at least 4 years, 5 years, because we saw that Cassian was in Narkina 5, and then 4 to 5-ish years pass before he's on the mission to go and steal the Death Star plans, and they had just tested it on Jeddah City.
Yeah, it's days. It has a long history because, of course, we see it in Attack of the Clones. We see the plans, and then at the end of Revenge of the Sith, we see it being built.
Right, because at the end of Rogue One, we see them hand the plans off to Leia. Then the next time we see those plans is in A New Hope. She's on the same ship. He's tracked them down. And he's taking her captive because he knows she had the plans.
Well, yeah, I just saw your ship, literally.
Yeah, then we see Luke with R2, hence having the plans, and it's a matter of days that this thing is fully operational. Yeah. Before that's like, well, we gotta blow that up.
It's kind of funny. Rogue One makes it does maybe make the start of A New Hope kind of strange, where she's like, "We're on a diplomatic mission to Alderaan." Like, no, you were just at the Battle of Scarif. I saw you there.
No, it wasn't us.
I literally.
Well, her ship was kind of hidden inside of another ship.
Yeah, but Vader literally watched it with his cape flowing in space.
Like
Don't ask questions about why his cape's flowing in space. A lot of ships look like that. No, it's not the same one. But it's funny because it's only fully operational for a few days. We know that it was under construction for 19 years.
the plans existed for it for at least 23 years.
Yeah, Attack of the Clones.
Yeah. So this is his long-term strategy. You know what that also means? It means that okay. So we know that Andor series ended with Dedra in Narkina. She's probably already building the second one.
Yeah, just build another one.
That they keep building the same part because they know they still need the same part, and because this one gets built faster.
Much faster.
My theory is because they just arrested more people.
Yeah.
There's more Narkina-like prisons out there than there were originally. That kind of explains
I don't know that it's a plot hole, but a lot of people are like, well, how do they build the second one? I mean, the second one wasn't even done in Return of the Jedi, and it's 4.5 years actually after. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, they just hired
forced labor?
Yes.
Yeah, because they were arresting more and more people, so they were like, well, we're almost done with the first one. They just started the second one up right away. They already knew what they were doing at this point. The project was in place. We don't let people out of jail anymore, so... Because that was a relatively newer adjustment. It was, 4-5 years? It was at the end of season 1 in Andor when they're like, people don't leave prison anymore.
We need
ever.
We need labor. Cheap labor.
So they're arresting more people, and now more people are making Death Star parts.
Talk about big government waste. That is the epitome of the Death Star. Like, we shot it twice. No, wait, they shot it 3 times.
3 times, yeah.
Yeah, they tried to shoot it a 4th time, but it didn't work. It didn't get that far, no.
And the second one only gets to, shoot a few ships?
Yeah,
it didn't get to be a planet killer?
No, it never got a planet. It just blew up some rebel ships. That's all it got to do. That was even a bigger waste.
Yeah, but that's all I got for the news today. Well, interesting stuff to talk about, yeah.
That's all we got for you this time. So it is your turn. Take to the comments below. Tell us what you think of any and all of today's news.
What planet would you blow up in Star Wars if you could?
Why would I blow up any planet?
That's what I want people to comment. What planet would you blow up in Star Wars if you were in charge of the Death Star and something had to be test fodder?
Wow. What? Admiral Naboo.
Just saying. Duty. If you happen to be sitting on that planet and you had to make the call, it goes, well, we have to... The Emperor says we have to demonstrate this. We have to test this on one planet to see if it blows up a whole planet. Which planet would you pick?
Okay. That's very grim, but okay. I'm curious what people will say. If they're going to go heavily populated or maybe an obscure planet with no one living on it.
The forest moon of Endor. Just that.
Just the Ewoks.
Just that.
Anyway, let us know what planet you would destroy.
You can pick any planet.
Any planet you want. Yeah, or not.
Yeah. Can't pick things like Starkiller Base because that doesn't line up in time.
Oh, well, that's Ilum. Because they did that.
Well, they're not going to blow up Ilum because you still need the
you wouldn't blow up your... Yeah.
Can't blow up Ilum, okay? It's the one thing I'm going to say, no blowing up Ilum.
Well, you said any planet, but...
Any planet but Ilum.
Okay. Thanks for watching.
Because you still need the resources.
And thanks for watching.